Hey Aquarius, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started with the reading, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. It looks like there's a focus on things that are coming up. It feels like something that, like, you may not be at the point where it's happening yet, but it's on your mind. And it may even be something that you're worrying about or being like, what am I going to do, like, when we get to that point? Something could be closing out or, like, coming to an end, but I'm getting it again that it's not right now. It's something that would be coming up in the future. So-called. Going into veiled territory, we're starting with the moon. This can speak about things that are going on behind the scenes. It can be about stuff that's going on in your head too, because the moon it represents Pisces, and I see the moon as also being connected with the 12th house, which is the house that Pisces naturally rules. And the 12th house can have to do, just like Pisces can have to do with mental health, but it can also have to do with the psyche and sort of like what we keep hidden in there and things that we may not be realizing yet, or things that we may not be ready to realize or remember. But to get more simplistic with this, it can be something that's going on that you may not be ready to share with others, or it can be something that hasn't been shared with you yet. It looks like I'm seeing a potential conversation. The moon and the King of Swords. It can be a conversation that's being had on the DL as well. Something that's being planned. We're going to get into specifics. I feel like this is very, very general and kind of seems a bit ambiguous. Okay. Maybe like, do I have this conversation? Do I not have this conversation? I'm hearing, do I tell them? Yeah, it can be something that, like, it hasn't been brought up, but you may be thinking about it, but it's like nobody would know. If this isn't you, this can be somebody that you're connecting with that may be thinking about talking to you. But I'm seeing, let's just say that the King of Swords is you, as this is the first card out, so this is the prominent, like, narration energy within the spread. Yeah, decisions on decisions. Two of Swords, Two of Wands. This is like figuring out what one is doing, making a plan, needing to decide on the plan, needing to decide how to proceed. It looks like you're going to have to, like, confirm something or have a conversation or let somebody know something or just make up your mind. But you may still be like, well, I don't know what I want to do yet, you know? Like, maybe you're over here playing a chess game and you're trying to figure out which move is the better move to make. Also, too, like, to have the King of Swords coming up and taking this stage, this is something where you're using your mental faculties to make this choice. So you're probably, like, trying to make a logical choice that really makes sense. Leaning on that. Looks like this has to do with a relationship, a partnership of some sort. Seven of Wands, Five of Wands, Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Maybe you have to defend something, but you may not have brought something up. It's like this. You may be going through something right now where you feel like your gut's kind of twisted on something and you're not sure exactly what you want to do here. And you're feeling a bit... What's the best word to use here? I'm getting like a little bit of a temperamental vibe. Like it feels like a touchy subject where you're like, I don't know if I want to talk about that. Or like, I don't want anyone to know I'm trying to figure this out or trying to decide. Like, I'm seeing you have this very like guarded off. And if it gets brought up, it may be something that like feels kind of triggering to you. Or that you like want to keep safe even. I feel like really this energy of somebody being very self-protective. And like not wanting anyone to know. Maybe you like don't want someone to get the upper hand by knowing that you're trying to like decide something here. Because that's kind of what it feels like. Like, I almost get the vibe of you maybe not feeling completely, like, safe or carefree within this. Otherwise, like, the vibe wouldn't really be like this. I get almost a, like, bit of vigilance. Wow, 10 of Cups and 10 of Swords. I keep seeing the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like there's like pressure because of a dynamic or a connection, and this may... Feels like a lot that you're tending to currently. Yeah, I'm seeing you like there's something that makes you happy, you don't want it to end. But I'm also getting to that, I feel like we're in such a pickle here within this energy. And that's how you've been feeling. Some of you may be getting, like, having some stuff go on with your stomach or your digestion lately that's connected with this too. So what I'm getting, it's like everybody out in the audience is waiting to see what's going on stage, but the curtain's drawn. And so I'm seeing that when we look behind the curtain, like before the play button is pushed, because this all feels like planning stuff, or like it's like not on the actual stage, meaning I'm not seeing you bring this into the interaction with everybody else. This feels like it's happening like maybe all inside your head. You could be feeling, or all like energetically, or all internally this is going on, and it may not have been anything. You know there's going to come a time where this is going to have to be external. And this is bringing me back to what I was seeing in the pre-shuffle. Some of you know that something is gonna have to end, but you may still be like putting it off and not doing it yet, or you know like eventually that's what's gonna happen, but like it's not time yet for it to be happening. And like I am seeing this 10 of Swords here, so it does feel like maybe more it's happening in the near future, somewhat near future. I'm seeing it seems like that's what you've been working on. Maybe trying to do this as well in the most balanced way. I'm also getting you like sort of looking around at everything except maybe exactly this. So maybe there's like some other stuff going on too. All right, cutting to the chase. Behind the curtain, I'm seeing there sort of be this, do I do it this way? Do I do it that way? Like, what do I want to do here? It's like this back and forth, and I'm seeing like a lot of mental activity here. But it kind of feels like there's this like little fighting pit internally, and it's maybe not being given enough space to like breathe. So I'm just seeing something feel like there's a lot of condensed energy here. I almost get like there's this part of you that wants to make a choice and wants to say something about it, but there can be this other part of you that's like, don't say anything. Like, and you can really feel that energy of like this split that's happening here, where like just the way that this is coming through energetically with the Seven of Wands. But the reason that you may feel this way is because of what it's going to be like when this energy is confronted, like what this other person is going to have to say or what other people are going to have to say. Once this is brought up, it's like maybe you feel like this is a controversial choice, but it's like for the sake of your happiness. And I'm seeing there be like plans for you to like call like an end to something. It seems like like you know that you would be doing this for the sake of your happiness, but the part of you that's having trouble actually doing this, because it looks like you're gonna have to let somebody know. Like there's gonna be an indication here of something that you're gonna have to use your voice for this, your communication. What I'm getting is that it seems like what's holding this back from happening is the part of you that may not want to be confronted about this choice. And that's why I'm seeing you've been kind of hush-hush about it. Again, it feels like maybe something that you perceive as being a bit controversial or like causing waves. So do we want to leave it here? Do we want to keep going? Because I feel like we're like, maybe that was all you needed. Was just to say like why you were feeling hesitant. Yeah, I'm seeing things again where it's like this is connected with like what's going to be happening, but I'm getting this has not happened yet. Like you didn't make this call yet. You didn't make this decision yet. Also too, I guess that's like subjective. It depends on where you are in the timeline, but I keep seeing things that are alluding to the future. I'm also seeing it be suggested for you to, you can feel tension and be like I want to stay away from that because I'm feeling tension, but I'm actually seeing that there's a lot that you can learn, observe, pick up from by like looking into the middle of this and why this conflict is happening. But I'm getting again for the most part it being not because you have a problem with the decision that you want to make, but you may think that other people are going to have a problem with the decision that you want to make, and you feel like you may have to defend yourself for making this choice. But it's for the sake of your happiness. I'm seeing like that's what's on the table here, it seems. This would really change things as well. Yeah, I do feel very much like your guides sort of giving you a rundown of what's going to be happening and sort of like preparing you for when you're ready. It reminds me, there's an oracle deck, this oracle deck. It's called the Rainbow Brain Skull. You may find this helpful. I love this oracle deck. Within it, there's a card that says, relax, it's just a loading screen. So it's kind of like something isn't ready to happen yet. So you can just like take a minute and breathe. It feels kind of like that. That's what this is reminding me of. I'm getting you like getting information about sort of the changes that are going to be happening. This does feel like a significant change within your life. Like maybe one of those top 5 moments when things really like turned around or shifted or pivoted within your life. It looks like this is also going to change the scene as far as who you've been interacting with most regularly. That's going to be changing too. So there could have been some people that you were working with like on an energetic level, on a spiritual level, that that's going to be shifting too. Yeah, it's like something that I don't think you feel it's as pressing for you to engage in any longer. Like there's not that thing that you feel really binds you so much anymore in a mental way. Maybe also emotionally too. You feel like you're ready to expand. Yeah, all in all, I'm seeing this part of you that may feel a bit of resistance to the change that this would mean for you within your life if you were to make this choice. But as I said before, it looks like for the 3rd time, this choice is for the sake of your happiness. And that's what I'm seeing the motivation be for this. And also like who you would be happy like collabing with and working with, whether this be for a job, whether this be in your personal life, whether this be on an energetic level. And I am seeing that the plan, I do get cancel for some of you. So maybe there's something that's being canceled here, but maybe just in a more general sense. It does look like there's a cycle that you've been participating in. I feel like this whole thing, like nobody really knows that this is going on. Like this is super, super private, it seems. Like I feel like you're the only one that knows about this. I'm looking at a lot of water energy here. So anyway, what I'm seeing is that a cycle that you've been participating in, I'm seeing there's a plan to bring an end to it and a plan to like move on from it too. It's like to cut it off or to end it or to stop it and be like, we're finished here, and then to bounce. This is what I'm seeing. I am seeing Aquarius. Yeah, I get that, like, you may feel like this is for the sake of your purpose and what you're meant to be doing, what you even feel called to do on a higher level. You know, like maybe something is feeling like a very strong calling to you at this point, and this needs to be done now, you're feeling, or in the near future. So, yeah, what I'm getting is that you are going to be moving on from this once you're ready to make this call. I will say this, the things that are holding you back now feel very subjective, and it feels, as like pretty much everything is, right? But it feels like one of those situations where right now this may seem very, very big to you, and like, I don't know, like the biggest decision, and like it's going to change so much and it's so dramatic and like all of that. And even though that's true relatively, I'm getting like, say 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you like zoom out a bit and look back at this and you're like, all those reasons, here's like the key of this, all those reasons why I wasn't going to make that choice, like they don't even matter to me anymore, you know? So like this, it feels like it's connected specifically with the stuff that would be holding you back from making this choice, or like delaying this choice. The stuff where you're like, what are they gonna think? And then what if this person confronts me? And like, what if they're judging the choice that I'm making? It's like all of those things that have like delayed you again, or stopped you, or made you hesitate from making this choice. Like later down the line, you're gonna look back and be like, I can't believe I was like weighing that in as a factor of making this choice. Like it's gonna be like nothing to you at that point. But that's not to say that it's not nothing now, because it is something, because it's just your relative perspective. But keep that in mind too, like some things that you may be giving power to, or maybe giving weight to now, a bit later down the line, it may not matter to you in the way that it does now. So just something to keep in mind. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.